the internet is already buzzing about the possibility of Conjuring Phase 2, right? Can you give us a hint of what might come, or maybe Conjuring movie set in Indonesia, maybe?
Oh, Conjuring movie set in Indonesia. I'm actually developing a few projects with like 2 Indonesian filmmakers.
So he called me and he's like, you have to get this role. You have to.
Hello! Ada yang terang, tapi bukan lampu. Ada yang merah, tapi bukan api. Itu loh, tombol subscribe. Buruan ya, subscribe YouTube channel Cinema21 sekarang juga.
Hi guys, my name is Nandra. I represent Cinema21, the largest cinema chain in Indonesia. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Nandra.
Nice to meet you.
So in Indonesia, Falak and Annabelle is basically like a celebrities here. Do you ever imagine your creation becoming this so big?
You know, it always surprises me when certain aspects of my creations become big in certain countries that I kind of did not expect them to be. I can see why people kind of like them, you know, because they're so larger than life characters. And I'm very happy, and I'm very happy because they do stand out.
Don't touch anything. Everything you see in here is either haunted, cursed, or been used in some sort of ritualistic practice. Nothing's a toy. Not even the toys.
This is the big finale for the Warrens. How do you make sure it felt like a proper ending?
I think that the biggest thing was to tell a big, satisfying, emotional story. You know, this is a journey that we've been on for 12 years. The goal was to send them off in a really powerful, emotional way. We used Logan as reference a lot. What I always loved with Logan, it wasn't Logan having to face all his villains from the past. It was really about ending and finding this kind of great emotional resolution. That was always our guiding light.
We were young. We were scared. We ran away.
Patrick, you also mentioned once in an interview that being Ed and Lorraine connection is so natural, you don't even need to rehearse off screen. Is that still true in this film?
We don't get a lot of rehearsal, even if we wanted it.
We rehearsed with the new kids. We never rehearsed scenes between ourselves. That they just trust us to just deliver the way deliver. But we did have rehearsals with the kids, and we had a lot of rehearsals with the younger Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Yeah,
with
spoke to them quite a bit.
So you guys are the new generations of the Warren story, right? What pulled you guys into the Conjuring Last Rites? Were you guys fans already?
I mean, like, I watched the first movie when I was in my early 20s. I mean, at the time, it was just going to be one movie, right? And it became this huge franchise. There was no expectations when they made it, and super honored and privileged to be like sat here talking to you as now part of the franchises. Yeah, it's really special.
And for me, my brother was the one who'd watched The Conjuring. I remember him saying to me after you watched it, don't watch it, you'll be really scared. And I didn't. I listened to him and I didn't watch it until I also got the script on my table, and my agent called me and was like, he's a mega fan of it. So he called me and he's like, you have to get this role. You have to. And I was like, okay, pressure. So I watched Conjuring 1 and Annabelle Comes Home, and I didn't sleep all night because I was so terrified. The scariest bit for me is the Bathsheba clap. Terror haunts me to this day.
How is it working alongside with Vera and Patrick? Do you guys have any advice or fun behind the scenes that you can share?
I was so nervous day one. I'd been like fans of their work from this franchise and also outside of the franchise. He was so generous and taught me so much, and just funny as well.
You come on, you think the horror set's going to be really ominous and heavy and scary and everybody's going to be really intense, but it's actually like a comedy set, and it's testament to the sense of humor that Patrick and Vera have. They make everything look sort of light, fun, collaborative. Yeah, Vera, I learned a lot. Head turns, really big one. Vera's horror timing is impeccable. It's to the millisecond.
Confirmation.
7th of September.
There's something in the attic.
So back in our NUTUP interview, you mentioned the hardest scene to shoot are the magazine stop sequences, right?
Yeah.
Is there any sequences like that in this new movie?
Oh, it's the mirror sequence, without a doubt. From a technical standpoint, there's a lot of debates about how we would do that. You know, there were some people that believe technicality of the bringing the two-way glass was going to be too much of a mess. Crew who actually suggested doing that all CG. We stuck to our guns. We did it all in camera. We built like, this mirror room with two-way glass. If you look at it, there's all these kind of little mirror reflection imperfections in it, but it's actually so subtle, it doesn't matter. And it's also just like, that is kind of what's so great is like the texture of doing it for real. It was very challenging. I'm so proud proud of the scene. I'm so glad it's like the kind of center point of the trailer.
To be fair, the result is very good. I like it.
Thank you so much.
So, in my opinion, one of the most appealing thing about Conjuring or a based on a true story horror movie is that after watching, I'm gonna look into the internet. Is it real? Which one is the real or not? Right? Did that happen to you guys after you create this script for the first time?
I mean, there's a lot of the Smurl stuff out there, so we kind of know where we've taken dramatic license. But you know, the last thing you want to do when you're playing these kind of characters is judge them. When I'm playing Ed Warren, I'm a devout Catholic who believes in demons and ghosts. Period. Full stop. So I don't ever get into what is real and what isn't.
One of my favorite things in horror movies is that spotting the references or the Easter egg, the callbacks from previous movie. Is there any like that in this new movie?
You know, a little bit with the sink scene with the blood. You know, I wanted a little bit of to The Shining, but then also to Nightmare on Elm Street. And there's something about the you know, large quantities of blood, which kind of feel very much of that kind of 80s like vibe. I think also the vomiting scene. It's funny, I feel like in the 80s, like characters were vomiting all the time. Like that was so like I can name so many movies where it's like vomit played such a big part, and now you don't see it anymore. I'm trying to bring vomit back. You want to bring that back into the mainstream.
Hashtag bring vomit back.
Ed, there's an evil here. Something I've felt before.
In the internet is already buzzing about the possibility of Conjuring Phase 2, right? Can you give us a hint of what might come, or maybe like a Conjuring movie set in Indonesia, maybe?
Ooh, a Conjuring movie set in Indonesia. Obviously, I'm a fan of sort of like Southeast Asian horror. I'm actually developing a few projects with like 2 Indonesian filmmakers. But in terms of what a phase 2 is, I don't know. You know, it's a tricky one for me to speak to because I'm superstitious and I don't like to talk about something that's so far off in the future. I really just want to focus on putting this one out there. Let it breathe, and then we can kind of start thinking about what a phase 2 can be. But you know, there are a lot of potential stories that we could still be, you know, pulling from. So, you know, you never know.
The movie will be screened on IMAX in Indonesia. Why do you think the movie should be seen in IMAX?
I definitely think these movies should be seen on, you know, on the largest screen and with the best sound system, because it's such a great communal experience. You know, you go into a dark room with a bunch of strangers, you just get wrapped up on this roller coaster ride, and when people scream or get scared, it's such a contagious experience.
Do you have anything to say to the Conjuring fans in Indonesia that can't wait to see this movie?
Come and say goodbye to the Warren.
Indonesian horror is I know how important the genre is down there. So to be welcomed with open arms for so long is truly remarkable.
The only reason we had been able to do this time and time again is because of the fans. So immense, eternal gratitude. Thank you to the fans in Indonesia.
Thank you so much.
I think it's a bittersweet experience. I think they'll have a good time.
Thank you so much, guys, for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Asik kan videonya? Jangan lupa like, subscribe, dan komen ya. Sampai bertemu di video selanjutnya.